wanted to show you our new range of polyphonic modules, which we show first time here at NAMM. The idea is not really to build a standard polyphonic synthesizer. The idea is to have polyphonic modules available which can be used to build a polyphonic synthesizer, but which can be used in combination with all the other modular stuff also for other functions. And that's what I will show you here. About the modules, this one is the Polyphonic Interface. It generates 4 gate signals, 4 CV signals, and additional 8 CVs which can be used for different functions. It can be controlled via MIDI, for example by a MIDI keyboard like this one. You can control it from your computer, which runs a sequencer software. It also has a USB input available, so you can connect it, for example, directly to your laptop. And this one is the A111-4. It's a 4-fold VCO, nothing but 4 VCOs, which have individual controls like fine-tuning, octave switch, modulation input, 1 volt per octave input, and control for the modulation. You can switch the modulation between exponential frequency modulation or linear frequency modulation, and with an internal jumper you can also select pulse width modulation instead of linear modulation if you would prefer that.
So basically it is a oscillator especially for polyphonic?
Yeah, not only. We have also a lot of applications of this for monophonic. For example, because of the many frequency modulation possibilities, you can use it also as a standalone VCO with very complex FM sounds and sync sounds. You can combine all the outputs to modulate other inputs or to sync others, so you can generate also very complex monophonic sounds. So it's can be used for both applications, for polyphonic, or when you use all these modulation possibilities, also for others. For example, you have for each of the tuning knobs, you have a jumper which says if it's a fine-tuning, which is the main application for polyphonic, where you want to have the VCOs very good tuned, but you can also switch it over for medium range, let's say 1 or 2 octaves, or even for extreme range, so that you can change the pitch over 6 or 7 octaves for very strange frequency modulation sounds. So it's not only for polyphonic application, but also for standard monophonic applications in the system. Well, and the next one you see here is an Axial voltage control switch. In this example, I use it to switch between different waveforms of the VCO simultaneously. I have programmed it so that the first button is used to control all 4 switches at the same time, so that I can switch the waveforms of the 4 VCOs at the same time. The next module you can see here, but it is not patched now, is Polyphonic Vcf. You have 4 identical VCFs in there with common controls for frequency modulation, resonance, audio level, and in addition you also have control inputs for the frequency, for intensity of the frequency modulation, for the resonance, and for the level.
What kind of chip is inside, or?
In this, the first one we will offer, it's an SSI filter. SSI is a new company which offers clones or copies of the SSM filters. So it's the filter chip is designed by Dave Rosson, and yeah, it's available on the free market. And the first type of filter we will offer is the SSM filter, but now it's called SSI because the new chips are called SSI 20. 4.4, I think. Yeah. But it's after all the same as SSM. Next, what you see here is an Octo VCA. We decided to use an Octo VCA because for each voice you normally need two VCAs. One VCA controlled by the envelope and a second VCA controlled, for example, by velocity or by an LFO. So we decided to offer an Octo VCA rather than only a 4.4 VCA, not VCA. And what we have here is the ADSR. After all, nothing but 4 identical voltage controlled ADSRs with common controls for attack, decay, sustain, release, and you also have CV inputs for the parameters with polarizers, so you can also control each parameter by external voltage. Yeah, and in this patch you see that the gate inputs of the ADSRs are not connected to the gate outputs of the interface. Instead of that, I use a trigger sequencer to control the envelope generators. This shows that you can use the modules also in combination with other modules which are already available, and it's not necessary to patch them as a standard polyphonic synth. And I think we can hear it also. What I do now is I just take the 4 CVs from the interface, but the gates from the trigger machine. And in addition, I use the micro keyboard to transpose the sequence via the master input of the quad VCO.
So
that's an example.
So all these modules are coming very soon, or?
Yeah, some of the modules are already available. The quad VCO is already in production, as well as the Octo voltage control switch. The design is finished also of the ADSR, the quad poly ADSR. I think it will be available in April, as well as the Octo VCA and the filter. I think they will be available in April, and we are not yet sure when we will release the interface, because it depends when Christian, our software engineer, says, okay, now version 1 can be released.
And they range from the prices?
No, it's difficult. I have not yet
check your website.
Yeah, the VCO is already available. It's 400 euros. To speak the truth, I don't know the price. The price of the Poly ADSR will be in the 200 euro range, as well as the price for the Octo VCA will also be in the 200 euro range. The filter will be a little bit more expensive. I think it will be in the 250 to 300 euro range, but that's only a rough guess.
So that you make now this polyphonic to Eurorack, you think is the next thing in Eurorack, or?
Oh, it's one of the next things. As I already said, it's not. You don't need necessary to patch the modules like a standard polyphonic synthesizer. It's much more interesting to combine these things. To combine, for example, the CVs coming from a sequencer, from a polyphonic sequencer, and take the triggers from another unit. And what I also did, I forgot to mention, is that I modulate the decay time of all these envelopes from an analog sequencer. So we have a lot of possibilities to combine the polyphonic functions with other functions of modules which are already available.
So what people always searching to polyphonic in modular is coming now, finally.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye.